Vandamin Bande. Good evening or good morning, everyone, depending on where you are. Today, before our regular WikiPali class, we will still chant Karanya Metta Sutta for its protective power and for world happiness, peace, and COVID victim. May we invite Bande to start leading us the chanting, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, let me go to the sutta. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, Bante.
Okay. Samantha Chakravalesu Atra Gacchanthu Devata Sadhang Mang Munirajasa Sunangtu Sagga Mokkadang Parita Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadangtha Parita Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadangtha Parita Dhamma Savana Kalo Ayang Bhadangtha Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Karaniya Matta Kusalena Yang Thang Santang Padang Abhesamicca Sakko Jocha Sojocha Suacho Chassa Mudu Anatimani Santosa kocha subharocha apakhichocha sallahokavati Sampindriyocha nipakocha apagabho kulesu ananugiddho Nacha koddang samachare kinchi Yena vinyo pare upavadeyong Sukhino akhemino hontu Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta Naparo parang nikumbeta Ye Kechipana bhotate tasava dhavarava navasesa Dighava ye mahantava Majjhima rasakanukathula Dittava eva addittha Ye chadure vasanti avidure Bhutava sambhave siva Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta Naparo parang nikumbeta Nati manyetha katha chinang kangchi Vyarosana patigha sanya Nanyamanyasa dukkhamicceya Matayatha niyang puttang Ayusa eka putta manurakhe Evang pi sabba bhutesu Manasang bhavaye aparimanang Mettanca sabbalokasming manasang bhavaye aparimanang Uddhang adhoca tiriyang ca asangbadhang averang asapatang Tithang charang nisingnoa sayano ayavatasya vigatamiddho etang sating adhitteya brahmamethang viharang idhamaho dettinca anupagam sidava dasanena sangpanno Kamesu vinayagedhang nahi jatu gabhaseyang punareti sadhu sadhu sadhu.
Thank you, Bante. Welcome to our weekly Mahaniddesa study under WikiPali translation project. Today is lesson on week 50, scheduled to last about an hour. Venerable Sumedha will continue on Araha concept discussion. May we invite Bante to start the teaching, please? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened one. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble disciples, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble disciples of the Buddha, the Mahasangha of the Buddha. Hello everyone, welcome to WikiPali translation project. Today we mark the 50th week, and that is half a century of weeks we have been working on this beautiful sutta. Thank you everyone for your support, and also we have hopefully learned a lot while working on this project. And I would like to invite someone to maybe okay. Okay, let me share the translation. I would like to invite anyone to read this paragraph. Anyone wants to? Okay.
So Bande, if there's no anyone, so I will do it, Bande.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. So in this paragraph, right?
Yeah, Katamo Chitta
Okay.
Viveko.
Katamo Jada Viviko, Patamang Janang Samapanasa, Nivarane He Jadang, Vividang Hoti, Tudia Janang Samapanasa, Vitaka Vichare He Jadang Vividang Hoti, Tadia Janang Samapanasa, Pitia Jadang Vividang Hoti, Jadutang Janang Samapanasa, Sukha Tuke He Jadang Vividang Hoti, Agasananjaya Danang Samapanasa, Rupa Sanyaya, Patika Sanyaya, Nanata Sanyaya, Jadang Vividang Hoti, Vinyananjaya Dana Samapanasa Agasa Nanjaya Dana Sanyaya Jaitang Vividang Hoti Aginjanyaya Dana Samapanasa Vinyananjaya Dana Sanyaya Jaitang Vividang Hoti Neva Sanyana Sanyaya Dana Samapanasa Aginjanyaya Dana Sanyaya Jaitang Vividang Hoti Soda Panasa Sakaya Dithiya Vichikichaya Shirapada Paramasa Titha Nusaya Vichikicha Anusaya Tate Kathehi Je Kini se hi jaitang vividang hoti. Sakadagami sa orarigang gamaraga sanyojana, patika sanyojanang orarigang gamaraga anusaya, patika anusaya. Tadeka te hi jakini se hi jaitang vividang hoti. Anagami sa anusahagata, gamaraga sanyojanang, patika sanyojanang anusahagata, gamaraga anusaya, patika rusaya. Tadeka te hi jakini se hi jaitang vividang hoti. Arahato Rubaraga Arubaraga Mana Utaja Avijaya Manusaya Pawaraga Rusaya Avija Rusaya Tedekate Hija Kenisehi Pahitaja Sabanimite Hijadang Vividang Hoti Ayang Jeta Viviko.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, this one, only this paragraph is good enough for us to find the absolute peace and happiness. And it gives the very precise summary of the entire path to the Nibbana. Really, really a powerful one. So we have done this before, and that's why last week we skipped it. But yeah, I think we still can go ahead and talk about this. This is the chapter number 7. Tissa Metteya Sutta Nidesa. Katamo Chitta Viveko. Pathamang Jhanang Samapannasa Nivaranehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Dutiyang Jhanang Samapannasa Vitakka Vicharehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Tatiyang Jhanang Samapannasa Pitya Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Chatuthang Jhanang Samapannasa Sukha Dukkhehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Akasanang Chayatanang Samapannasa Rupa Sanyaya Patigha Sanyaya Nanatta Sanyaya Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Vinyanang Chayatanang Samapannasa Akasanang Chayatana Sanyaya Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Akinchanyayatanang Samapannasa Vinyanang Chayatana Sanyaya Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Neva Sanyana Sanyayatanang Samapannasa Akinchanyayatana Sanyaya Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Sotapannasa Sakkaya Ditthiya Vichikichaya Silabhata Paramasa Ditthanusaya Vichikichanusaya Tadekatte Hicha Kilesehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Sakadagamisa Olarika Kamaraga Sanyojana Patiga Sanyojana Olarika Kamaraga Nusaya Patigha Nusaya Tadekatte Hicha Kilesehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Anagamisa Anusahagata Kamaraga Sanyojana Patigha Sanyojana Anusahagata Kamaraga Nusaya Patigha Nusaya Tadekatte Hicha Kilesehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Arahato Ruparaga Aruparaga Mana Uddhacha Avijjaya Mananusaya Bhavaragaanusaya Avijjanusaya Tadekatte Hicha Kilesehi Bahidhacha Sabba Nimittehi Chittang Vivittang Hoti. Ayang Chitta Viveko. So what is Chitta Viveka? This is the the viveka of the chitta. So people do many things to find chitta viveka, and this is the entire path from A to Z to go to the chitta viveka, starting from Pathama Jhana. And so when someone attends Pathama Jhana, first jhana, then Nivarane chittang vivekang hoti. Nivarana, the 5 hindrances. The mind is get released from the Nivarana, 5 hindrances. And then that way chitta viveka happens to that person. So 5 hindrances are the main thing in going towards the spiritual path. And then dutiyang jhanang samapannasa chitta vitakka vicharehi chittang vivittang hoti. So when somebody is in the second jhana, vitakka and vichara, from there, from these 2 hindrances, the mind is released, and that way the chitta viveka happens. And viveka here means actually leisure or rest. So the kind of rest that the mind has when you are away from these defilements is very powerful. And then when it comes to tatiya jhana, pitya chittang vivittang hoti. So pitya, cannot see the screen.
Yes, we can. No problem. All of number 7.
Okay.
But it is half of the screen.
Oh, really?
No, for me, I can see all from the start of number 7 to
Okay,
Ayam
okay.
Chitta.
It's my setting problem. Okay.
Okay.
Is everyone okay? Others?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so so piti is the rapture, the joy that itself can be a hindrance when we go in the upward journey. So piti itself will not be so beneficial later on, but at the beginning, yes, it is very inspiring, it is very motivating, very important to us. And when you come to the tatiya jhana, piti also we have to get rid of, and then the mind is released from that as well. And then chatutta jhanang samapannasa sukha dukkhehi chittang viviktang hoti. So when you are in the 4th jhana, sukha and dukkha, so piti and sukha, vitakka vichara, piti, and I think sukha dukkha vivita means the upekka. So that is the release that the mind has. And then you go beyond that, akasanan chayatana. And when you are in akasanan chayatana, even the rupa sanya and patika sanya, nanatta sanya, these sanyas, these perceptions will be released. But remember, these are still gross level, not completely gone. They are, as I mentioned before, there are 3 layers: tadanga, vikambana, and samucheda. So these are all vikambana level released. And vinyanan chayatanam samapannasa akasanan chayatana sanyaya chittang vivittang hoti. So when you are in vinyanan chayatana, then the previous one, akasanan chayatana, will be released. And when you are in akinchanyayatana, and then the prior one, the vinyanan chayatana, that also will be released. Neva sanya na sanyayatana, and then the akinchanyayatana also will be released. So so one can say, okay, why don't we go directly to neva sanyana sanyayatana, so we can get rid of all of them, but that is not going to happen so easily. So at the beginning, maybe Patama Jhana, the 5 hindrances will be the key factors that we have to work on. And those 5 jhanic factors, vitakka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata, they are very important to us. And then once you are here, then you can also, these are actually all mundane. These are all mundane, and they can even you might lose track of all of them at some point or the other. Even if you are in neva sanyana sanyayatana, you might still come back to this samsara and become a normal average sentient being, but you will still traverse in the samsara. But here is the breaking point, sotapanna. Once you are in sotapanna, you will never you can apayagaminiya akusalehi samuchcheda pahana, so that will completely the hellbound defilements will be gone, and that person will never be born in the hell. Sotapanna stream enter, very important stage here. Sotapannassa sakkaya ditthiya vichikichaya silabbata paramasa. These are the 3 fetters, 3 sanyojanas. And also ditthanusaya, vichikichanusaya, and tadekattehi kilesehi. So ditti and vichikicha. Ditti is the view. So right view is important. Latent tendency to view. And then vichikichanusaya, latent tendency to doubt. And tadekattehi kilesehi, defilements related to them will also be released from the mind. And normally in other explanations, we get only these 3 sanyojanas, but in Mahaniddesa Pali, we also have some extra explanations. Interesting. And Sakadagamissa, Olarika Kama Raga Sanyojana, Patiga Sanyojana, Olarika Kamaraga Anusaya, Patiga Anusaya, Tadekatte Hicha Kilese, Chittang Vivitang Hoti. So the mind is released from Olarika, means gross Kamaraga Sanyojana. So Kamaraga is the sensual pleasure, sensual lust. That fetter, and also Patiga Sanyojana, the ill will fetter, and that again gross level, that mind will be released in Olarika level. And then Olarika Kamaraga Anusaya, latent tendency also, like deep down Kamaraga and deep down Patiga, and their related defilements will also be released from the mind. And when it comes to Anagami, Olarika is the gross, Anusagata is even the subtle, and subtle Kamaraga and subtle Patiga will be gone. So a person can get angry up to Sakadagami level. But when you are in Anagami, you don't get angry, no Patiga, and no Kamaraga to that person. And so Kamaraga Anusaya, Patiga Anusaya, Tadekattehi Kilesehi, Chittang Vivitang Hoti, the mind will be released from the related latent tendency to Kamaraga and Patiga. And then Arahato Ruparaga, Aruparaga, Mana, Uddhacha, Avijja, Mana Anusaya, Bhavaraga Anusaya, Avijja Anusaya, Tadekattehi Kilesehi, Bahidhacha, Subha Sabba Nimittehi Chittang Vivitang Hoti. And when it comes to the Arahanta level, Ruparaga, Aruparaga, Mana, Uddhacha, Avijja. So these are called Uddhambhagiya Sanyojana, and the previous ones are called Orambhagiya Sanyojana. These 5 fetters will be gone only when you are in the Arahanta level. And Mana Anusaya, the Anusaya, the latent tendency to conceit, and Bhavaraga and Avijja, and they are related, all kinds of defilements will be gone. Vahidhacha Sabbanimitehi means all the other external signs, everything will be gone. So these things from here, it is the samucheda level, completely eradicating of the defilements. And this is how the Chitta Viveka is explained in this particular paragraph. I think those people who want to work on this paragraph can be a very powerful meditation objective. When you read this and meditate, your meditation can also improve a lot. You can read this one and then read the meaning. Let's go to the meaning, and then you can also contemplate on that in your meditation. It can be really a powerful meditation practice. Okay.
I have a question, Bante.
Yes.
When we meditate on those, what do we meditate on? The virtues or the process?
So we just see the meaning of this, and of course it will be a little bit advanced. So you can maybe for some people, when reading this paragraph will not be easy to grasp. So maybe like even getting the meaning like this. The mind of the one who entered upon the first absorption is secluded from the 5 hindrances. The mind of the one who entered upon the second absorption is secluded from the initial application and sustained application. The mind of the one who entered upon the third absorption is secluded from joy or rapture. The mind of the one who entered upon the fourth absorption is secluded from happiness and sufferings. The mind of the one who entered upon the realm of boundless space is secluded from the materiality perception and ill will perception. The mind of the one who entered upon the realm of infinity consciousness is secluded from the perception in the realm of boundless space. The mind of the one who entered upon the realm of nothingness is secluded from the perception in the realm of infinity consciousness. The mind of the one who entered upon the realm of neither perception nor non-perception is secluded from the perception in the realm of nothingness. The mind of the stream enterer is secluded from the personality view, doubt, religious practices and rites, latent tendency on view, latent tendency on doubt, and related defilements. The mind of the one's returner is secluded from the fetter of gross sensual lust, fetter of gross ill will, latent tendency on sensual lust, latent tendency on ill will, and related defilements. The mind of the non-returner is secluded from the fetter of residuum sensual lust, fetter of residuum ill will, latent tendency on the residuum sensual lust, latent tendency on the residuum ill will, and related defilement. Mind of the liberated one is secluded from the fetter of lust for the realm of form, lust for the formless realm, conceit, restlessness, ignorance, latent tendency on conceit, latent tendency on lust towards existence, latent tendency on ignorance and related defilements and all external signs. This is called the seclusion of the mind. So yes, so as Susan asked, like, what do we meditate upon these things? Maybe if you are right, if you are in the right frame of mind, when you go through these things in meditation, maybe you will be able to get much deeper sense of this this meaning. That will be really helpful. Just try for yourself, because depending on person to person. Remember, Upatissa Kolita, Sariputta Moggallana, when Upatissa just heard only one sentence, 2 lines only, he became Sotapanna. And Upatissa Kolita had to listen to 4 lines and he became Sotapanna. So you never know. If you are matured enough in your Kamma and Jhana and Paramita, maybe you might be in a different realm. So keep practicing, very important. And one person I would like to share, actually, someone came here for a week retreat and he went back as a completely different person. He completely changed. Many of his attitudes completely changed. Lifestyle, I think he found a completely different lifestyle right now. So you never know. When you are in a different mode, different realm, in the meditational level, when you think of something, it is so different, because you are calm. When you don't have restlessness, you are calm, you take the right decision, your panya is awakened. So that is why I very highly recommend, before meditating, if you read certain sutta and reflect on that, that will be a great reflection on your meditation too. Sometimes once in a while you can do, like, apart from your regular meditation techniques, you can just read a sutta, any sutta, Karaniya Metta Sutta or any other sutta, and then go immediately to meditation and then see the difference. All right, so I think we have done this before too, and now we can go to the next paragraph.
One more question, please, Bhante.
Yes?
Can we also do the Dhammapada before going into the meditation? Dhammapada.
Yeah, anyone is okay. Dhammapada or anything.
Thank you.
Dhammapada also has so many wonderful stanzas. Okay. So these are the other 2 paragraphs that we discussed last time. And then we can go to this one. Anyone volunteers to read this paragraph? Kalanyu, do you want to try? Or Abhibhavana?
Yes, Bande, it's too long to me.
Too long?
Yeah, I think it's too long.
Okay, you try half then.
Okay, thank you, Bande. Tasanati pulakhatanti tasandi arahato kina savasa prikhalati tui prikhala tanham prikhala ja titi prikhalo ja ayang tanha prikhalo ayang titi prikhalo tasa tanha prikhalo pahino titi prikhalo pati nisato Daha beri karasa Bahinada. Didi beri karasa Badini sata tata na danhan wa ditin wa brato katwa jalati. Nan danha taju nam daha gedu nam daha dipatiyu na didi tayu na didi gedu na dida dipateyu na daha ya wa didi yawa barvalito jalati ewang bi tasa nadi brakhantang athawa ewang rupo siya anagata mathana nanti tatha nandi na samana niti ewang vidano siyang ewang sanyu siyang ewang sankhalo siyang ewang vinano siyang anagata mathana nandi tatha nandi nam samananiti ewang bitasa nati prakadang athawad idi me jaku siya anagata mathanang idi rubadi.
Okay, so we'll ask someone else. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Benji.
Okay. Any other Sayale want to try? Or anyone else?
So Bandy, I will do it again
Okay.
to save our time. Where is it, Bandy? Sorry.
So we were up to over here.
It won't be.
Over here, right? Iti rupati.
Iti rupati. Okay. Athawa iti me jakuseya anagata matanang iti rupati apati nadasa patinapaya cedang na panidahati cedaso apanidana pacaya na tada pinandi na tada pinandato iwang bitasa nati purakhatang iti me sodan seya anagata matanang iti sadati iti me kana seya anagata matanang iti kandati iti me jiwa seya anagata matanang iti rasati iti me kayo seya anagata matanang iti potapati iti me mano seya anagata matanang iti tamati apadinata sa patinapaya cedang na panitahati cedaso apanitanang pacaya na tatapinanti pinandati na tatapinandato iwang bitasa nati purakhatang athawa iminahang sinena wa watena wa tapena wa brahmachariyena wa devo wa pavisami devanyataro,wa apadinata sa patinapaya cedang na panitahati cedaso apanitana pacaya na tatapinandati na tatapinandato iwang bitasa nati purakhatang.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, this is a really long one and also very important one. From this chapter onward, actually, there are we have Purabheda Sutta, and then we have other suttas coming up. And all these suttas are also related to a very interesting story that the Buddha went to it is said the Buddha had a meeting with so many devas. There were many devas in the sky. And Buddha asked all kinds of devas when they were there. Buddha asked the monks to practice meditation if you want to see so many devas. And some of them were really inspired and they actually practiced, and they also generated Dibba Chakku, and they could see such wonderful devas. And in this particular case, it is said that the Buddha had an interesting situation where he was trying to help the devas, and devas were divided into two, like Babha and Abhabha. Babha means potentially potential people who could actually listen to the Dhamma. The Abhabhas were not really so potential and so smart. And some of the devas, even if they are staying in the same temple, just like other people, like Devadatta, just next to the Buddha also, still could not see the Dhamma. But the Baba Devas, they could actually, even far away from the Buddha, they could still come and talk to them and talk to him and ask questions, and they could still listen to the Dhamma and realize the Dhamma. So it is said in this sutta, I went through the Atthakatha, and very interesting story actually is there. How Buddha has decided to help the devas who were not so potentially good enough, and then he categorized them into different temperaments, like Raga Charita Devas, Dosa Charita Devas, Moha Charita, Vitaka Charita, and Saddha and Buddhi Charita Devas. And accordingly, the Buddha preached Samma Paribhajaniya Sutta to Raga Charita Devas, Kalaha Vivada Sutta to Dosa Charita Devas, Mahavyuha Sutta to Moha Charita Devas, and Chula Vyuha Sutta to Vitaka Charita Devas, and Tuvataka Patipada to Saddha Charita Devas, and Purabeda Sutta to Buddhi Charita Devas. So in this sutta, Buddhi Charita Devas, actually, Buddhi means intelligent, right? There are some who could easily understand, but also they can be a lot of complications in them when you are more smart. You have so many questions. And so there are different 4 ways it is said, like Attajhasaya, Parajhasaya, Attupattika, and Puchavasita. So Puchavasita way is how they realize the Dhamma. Like you can ask questions. And so the Buddha was thinking, out of the 1250 monks he had there, who could actually read the mind of the devas and ask questions and teach them Dhamma, and so that they can realize the Dhamma. And Buddha could not find any of the monks who could actually potentially skillful enough to do that thing. And then he went to the 80 Mahasavakas. They could not even do that. And even Aggasavaka, so Sariputta Moggallana, even they could not do that. And then Buddha was thinking, can Pacceka Buddha do that? Even the Pacceka Buddha would not be able to do that. And then there was only one way that the Buddha himself had to do. But then the questions should be like kind of interview should be done by another Buddha himself. So it is said the Buddha went to a very particular jhana called Abhinya Padaka jhana, and he went that deep into deep samadhi, and there he created a Buddha. There he created another Buddha, and through Rupavachara jhana he determined to make another other Buddha. And those 2 Buddhas were so wonderful and so full of their amazing light illumination. It is said the entire Chakavala was illuminated by the power of those two Buddhas. And then the created Buddha, the other devas could not really recognize them. Why two Buddhas or something? They only the noble devas, Arya Puggala devas, they could of course realize that. And then it is said the two Buddhas were asking questions, and accordingly the Buddha could help many devas. This is the background story about that. And in that the sutta has Kathang Dasi, Kathang Silo, Upasanto. Three things. This Kathang Dasi means the Adhipanya. Kathang Silo is the Adhisila, and Upasanto is the Adhichitta. So that is the topic that that has been discussed in the background. And this way the Purabheda Sutta is also very important. Over here we have Tassanati Purakhatanti. Here Tassa means Arahanta person, Khina Asava. Asava, no cankers, no asavas for that person. Purekharati, Dve Purekhara, Tanha and Ditti. So Tanha and Ditti, they are also actually working together in throughout Mahaniddesa Pali. I noticed Tanha, Ditti go together in so many ways. So Purekhara and means prior to that, we will discuss about that a little later. And then Tanha Purekhara is explained, Ditti Purekhara is explained here, and Tassa Tanha Purekharato Pahino, Ditti Purekharato Parikkaro Patinisatho. And when Tanha Purekhara is abandoned, then Ditti Purekhara will also be abandoned. And Tanha Purekhara Sapahinata, Ditti Purekhara Sapahinata Patinisatasa na Tanhangwa Dittingwa Purato Katva Charati. So they go together like Namarupa, like blind and the cripple. They help each other, mutually helpful to each other. And for them, na tanha dhajo. Dhaja is a flag. So craving is not there as a flag. No tanha ketu. Ketu is also actually a kind of flag. And so when you have tanha and ditti, they will pop up all the time. Like why do we have flags? That generate some conceit in us, some esteem, like me, myself. That kind of conceit is generated very powerfully when you have a Daja or Ketu. And so same thing with Ditti. Like when we have different kinds of views, it is so difficult to accept others' views because you are so much engrossed, overwhelmed with your own view. And that is why Sotapanna is very important, because in Sotapanna we can get rid of that Sakkaya Ditti. And still the Ditti will be there, but Sakkaya Ditti will be gone. Really important thing. And so Tanha Ditti, they are discussed about here. Evan Pitasanati Purakatang, Atava Evan Rupo Siang Anagata Madhanang Tatta Nanding Na Samanna Peti. Now again Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara, the five aggregates are also explained here. Then Time Chakkung Rupang, and or the Chakku Rupa These are also explained here. And itime sotang, you see sota and saddha are explained here, and gandha and rasa. Gandha and ghana and gandha, and jivha and rasa. These are the 5 faculties. 11 also 12 ayatanas, we can say. Chakku sota gana jivha kaya mana, and then rupa saddha gandha rasa pottabha dhamma. These are explained here. And yes, tadan binandanto evam pitassanati purakatang. So they are mutually attached to each other. Athava iminahang silena va vatena va tapena va brahmacharyena va devo va bhavisami deva jnataro vati appati dhasa pati labhaya chittangna pati dhati chetaso appanidha nidhana pachaya na tadani na tadabinandati na tadabinandato evam pitassa nati purakatang. So devas were having this problem, like question, what about the previous birth or previous body? What about that? And they were not able to understand that. So by listening to this sutta, they were many devas were able to understand, especially the devas with the Buddhi charita. So this paragraph is about that. Okay, I don't know if we have any. Maybe I would like to actually go to the translation of this paragraph next week. Today we started an hour earlier, right? We here in US we have the we have to work an hour earlier now to match with our Asian friends. Okay. Do we have any questions? So today we were touching 2 paragraphs. One is the Tissa Metteya, this one, and I'm going to work on the other one, this one, later on. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes, Bhante.
Okay. If that is okay, then we will conclude for today, and because this will take a long time, I think. So let's try to finish it next week.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Bhante, very much for your teaching today. May Bhante lead us in making aspiration and transferring and sharing of merits, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us today with the discussion. And I would like to say we have we have to study more, but hopefully we should be able to finish this Araha concept related paragraphs as soon as possible. And now I am going to transfer merit to all devas and other sentient beings. And let me go to the okay. Okay. So I will read the Pali, and maybe some of you, any of you can read the translation. Okay. Janice, would you like to read the English translation?
Yes, Bande.
Okay. So we all learn the Dhamma, and we also, maybe you will also have some kind of knowledge, at least thinking of the Buddha and this spiritual path, of course, can generate some good karma. And today and before, we have been learning so many wonderful Dhamma sharings, and by the power of this, and also by practicing Dana Sila Bhavana, we have generated so much good karma. By the power of that, we will also think of all the devas and other beings. May they all receive this merit, share this merit, be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. Thinking thus, let us recite this gatha. Ettavata cham hehi sambhathang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodanto sabba sampatti siddhiya. Ettavata cham hehi sambhathang punya sampadang sabbe bhutha anumodanto sabba sampatti siddhiya. Ettavata chamhehi sambhathang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodanto sabba sampatti siddhiya.
For the sake of all attainment and success, may all heavenly beings rejoice in the extent to which we have gathered the consumption of merit. For the sake of all attainment and success, may all spirits rejoice in the extent to which we have gathered a consumption of merit. For the sake of all attainment and success, may all sentient beings rejoice in the extent to which we have gathered a consumption of merit.
Transferring merits to departed ones. Let us think of all the departed ones, all the ancestors, grandparents, parents, and whosoever who passed away. May they also receive this merit, share this merit, be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. Thinking thus, let us transfer merits to all the deva, all the departed ones. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukheta huntu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukheta huntu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukheta huntu ñātayo.
May all departed ones receive this merit, share this merit, and be well and happy and healthy wherever they are.
Aspiration for Kalyana Mitta friends. Imina punya kangmena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo tu yava nibbana pattiya.
By the means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana.
Aspiration for Nibbana. Idang me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu sabba bhaya pamuncatu sabba roga pamuncatu.
By the power of this merit, may I be led to the path of the cessation of all cankers. May I be released from all fears. May I be released from all diseases.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thanks again, Bande, and thank you everyone for your time and participation. Till we meet next Tuesday, may all be well, healthy, happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu,
Thanks, Monday.
sadhu. Thank you everyone.